Okay, that's the fallout in the UK, in London, as we speak. Now, to discuss the wider implications of this report, joining me now is Otago University international relations expert, Robert Patnam. Morning, Robert.
Good morning, Mark.
A lot of people wanted to see Tony Blair hung, drawn and quartered over this. He said, all right, he's come out of it all right, he's not a liar. Does he, or could anything else happen after this?
I don't think he does come out of it particularly well. I mean, this report is a devastating report. It indicates that the process of decision-making which generated the Iraq invasion was flawed, and and the outcome was disastrous. And I think Mr. Blair's leadership is coming under severe scrutiny. And Mr. Blair believes he still got it right. But he's sorry for the consequences of the decision that he played a part in contributing to. A decision that he says he would make again if he was in the same situation. Yeah, well, I find that incredible. What is Sorry, Robert. What is also incredible for many people is they were hoping, maybe in vain, that there was going to be some recommendation of charges. There were no lawyers on this committee, which to a degree was going to rule that out. Is there a chance? Is there another avenue? Can people look at this report and on the basis of that take action against Tony Blair or any part of that administration? I wouldn't rule out some sort of legal action. I think this Chilcot Report is a valuable document because I think it does a number of things which there was some controversy about. One thing was quite clear from the report is that Mr. Blair was quite keen on the removal of the Saddam Hussein regime even before 9/11, and suggested in a telephone conversation with Mr. Bush on the 3rd of September 2001 that Saddam's removal might be a good thing for peace and stability in the Middle East. I don't doubt that Mr. Blair is sincere in his belief that removing Saddam Hussein was a good thing. But what this report makes clear is that there was no threat, no imminent threat from Iraq to the United States or Britain or any of its allies, and that he was receiving intelligence that indicated that should America and its allies undertake such an invasion, it would have potentially disastrous effects, which those warnings were duly borne out. So it wasn't that he didn't receive the intelligence, is that he tended to be selective about the intelligence that he acted on. It raises questions about the advice, the effectiveness, especially of the intelligence agencies. Look back here. I mean, our intelligence agency, the SIS, is advising our government. Will they look at this and think, oh, hang on, we're going to have to rethink what we do and what we use to justify our advice to government on the basis of this? No, I don't think so, Mark. It's very convenient for politicians to blame the intelligence they receive. Remember, intelligence agencies do not produce policy recommendations. What they do is they provide the raw information for decision makers to look at with their advisors, analyse and reach the necessary policy prescriptions. So what I'm saying here is what's clear in the Chilcot Report. There was no shortage of intelligence raising doubts that Iraq had weapons of mass destruction. There were a lot of people in the intelligence community were warning both Bush and Blair, and in this case Mr. Blair, in the Chilcot Report, there was no such intelligence confirming that Iraq had weapons of mass destruction. But the policymaker, in particular, Mr. Blair, tended to ignore that intelligence which did not converge with his own interpretation of the situation. All right, so it's not over for Tony Blair yet, in your opinion, Robert Patnam? Right. No, I don't think so, no. Robert Patnam from Otago University, here's our international relations and their international relations expert. Appreciate your time.